Pope Francis's first official trip to the Holy Land, where the focus will be on Christian unity. As he meets with the Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew of the Orthodox Church, he will carry with him a message of love, brotherhood, peace, and concern for all, especially the poor. The Pope comes to a region torn by strife, especially between Christians and Jews. It's hoped that just his presence will bring promise to a seemingly hopeless situation. Last week, we talked with some local folks who have firsthand knowledge about the challenges facing the Middle East. The three shared their thoughts on this historic visit. The region's Christian population has sharply diminished and grown increasingly precarious over the last decade, especially following the 2003 invasion of Iraq, the Arab Spring revolts against authoritarian regimes, and the Syrian civil war. Deacon Stephen Marcus says he thinks that the Pope's visit to the Holy Land will be able to bring back peaceful relations.
You know, the sad thing about Bethlehem is if you look back to 1947, 85% of the people that lived there were Catholics. And now, unfortunately, it's down to less than 10%. So it's just so sad. And I'm so hopeful, when the Holy Father offers liturgy, where Jesus was born, at the holy site in Bethlehem, that it can truly change hearts.
Catholic communications reporter Terry Hegarty traveled to the Holy Land during a Catholic communications pilgrimage 2 years ago and said there was evidence of Christian persecution in shops and restaurants in the occupied territory where Bethlehem is located. He is encouraged by the Pope's visit to the place where Jesus was born and thinks it can serve to build bridges.
It's sad that anybody would be persecuted in any area, but that there's not going to be much still, if things continue the way they are, of a Christian presence. So yeah, we have great hope that Pope Francis can go there and help remedy the situation, do something to, with diplomacy, diplomatic efforts, with prayer, to help Christians in the Middle East.
Elms College professor Martin Peon, an expert on interfaith relations, says the papal visit will be a reminder of the need for all religions to work toward collaboration and respect.
I'm delighted to see that Pope Francis is making this journey, and interesting also that it is both to Muslim communities in Jordan and to Christian communities in Jordan and to Jewish and Christian and Muslim communities in Israel. So this is a great opportunity to further the goal of religious dialogue, religious collaboration in a more peaceful sense.
For Catholic Christians in the United States, Deacon Steve says it is important to continue to pray for peace and to live by example.
I think the greatest thing that we can do is just to continue to live our faith and to continue to understand, that whole Middle East plays itself out on our streets. I mean, I live in West Springfield, and you can walk, the streets of West Springfield, and you can see Muslims and Christians living in peace and in harmony. And I think that's what we can do in America, is be able to just educate people that even though that we have different traditions, it's the same God. And if our Muslim brothers and sisters can embrace us the same way that we embrace them, which we do, peaceful things can take place.
The Pope will travel as a pilgrim whose actions, as much as his words, will demonstrate his desire to continue the path of dialogue and friendship that has been established. To actually be where Jesus preached and to follow in his footsteps would leave an impression on anyone, including the Pope, says Terry.
Even the Pope, I think, will be strengthened in his faith by going to the Holy Land, because just being there, we all learn in different ways, and when you're there, all the stories you've heard. In my case, I'm a cradle Catholic since I was born, essentially. All these stories I've heard, they just come to life in a different way.